Hello everybody. I want to make a little video today, and since I ain't done nothing in a while, show you some of the chainsaws that I use on my job site. I walked out here to my grapevine. These are muscadine and scumpernaugs, and we had a possum. Made him a hammock right up in there and proceeded to eat the grapes. All of the grapes. There were skins laying on the bottom of that ground. There must have been 1,000 of them. He made him a little old hammock up in there and just had him a heyday. So I see there may be a few left, but that little rascal got them. I guess he needed them worse than I did. He can have them, I guess. But anyway, I just want to show you some of my saws I got that I use on most of my land clearing jobs or tree trimming when I get into something like this. I got my pole saw. It's an Echo. It's PPT 266H. I bid a job clearing a conservation area. Had to trim a bunch of reclinatas that had never been touched, and they were multiple trunks, and I didn't have a pole saw, so I just put this in on my estimate. And I knew some other guys were bidding against me, but you know how some of them guys are. They like to try to get rich quick. I got the job, so I went down and bought me a new saw so I could do the job. That thing extends, it's 8 feet closed up, and it extends out to 12 feet. That's a nice little saw. Does a real nice job. Happy I got that. And then my Stihls, my 025s, I got 2 of them. You see me change the pull cords on them. 2 of them guys here, right there. They both got 18-inch bars on them. So that way if something happens, I can interchange them if one burns up. I've had these saws for years. I have cut truckload after truckload with these things, and still going strong. It's a really good saw. Alright, my next saw is a Stihl 038 AV Super, and this is a workhorse. This thing is probably 25 years old maybe, and still running strong. Got a 25-inch bar on it. That's a 3/8 chain, 25-inch, and this saw just runs. That's all there is to it. Cuts real good. Haven't had any problems with it. And get into some bigger stuff, you know, 2 or 3 foot diameter trunks. That's no problem for this saw to cut right through it. Alright, coming up next, this one, I just bought it about 2 years ago, and it's a Stihl MS391. It's the replacement saw just about for that 038. It's got about the same horsepower, same displacement, runs the same RPM, same bar, 25-inch bar. That way in case something ever happens, I'll have an extra one. I like to keep them the same if I can. Now this one does have a compression release right here, so when you start it up, it don't want to jerk back on you too bad. That 038 will. That thing, if it wants to kick back on you, it'll jerk your arm out of socket near about if you're not hanging onto it tight. But this is one of my favorite saws right here. I haven't found anything yet that I ain't been able to just cut right up into nothing with that saw. That's a good one there. And then I want to show you what else I got here. Is what I carry with me all the time. This is my tool bag. Got spare chains in here, bar tool, extra spark plugs, a couple rat tail files in there in case I need to touch up a cutter or something. I can do that, you know, if I need to. Carry this with me all the time. Alright, let me show you one more I got a couple more things I'll show you. Hold on a second. Alright, this stuff right here, Sentry. It's a fuel stabilizer. This is the best that you can find right here. You take about a ½ ounce, put it per gallon of gas, and this stuff will keep your engine clean, keeps your gas from going bad. If there's any water in there, it'll really help get rid of that, eliminate that problem. And rule 1 is never ever use ethanol gas in a chainsaw or lawn equipment of any kind for that matter. Get the recreational fuel that does not have ethanol in it, because that does nothing but attract water, and when it sets in these engines it will gum them up. This ethanol will make all your rubber hoses in there soft. It'll soften them right up and turn them to mush. So do not use ethanol gas in your saws. RV gas only. Put a half ounce of this into each gallon. You'll be glad you bought this stuff. Make your gas last a lot longer. If you buy 5 gallons of gas, put 2.5 ounces in it. It'll stay for months. Not have to worry about it. Alright, well that's all my saws, but I've got a couple other things I want to show you. Hold on just a second. Alright, here's something I want to show you. This is an old-timer pocket knife that I had when I was working with my dad. I was probably about 21, maybe 22 years old, and we were clearing pepper trees. Had long pants on, just regular jeans I usually wear, or canvas pants, and had this in my pocket. Well, I don't know if you've ever cut pepper trees, Brazilian peppers down, but they'll spring. They'll get tension on them just growing, and you'll cut one of those trunks, 2 or 3 inch diameter trunk, and it will sometimes fly away from you, fly towards you. You never quite know, snap and break. I had this in my pocket, running a Stihl. That was 027, I think I was running, and that limb grabbed that saw and slammed it against my leg while I was cutting. And if you can see the scar that's in the handle of this pocket knife, it took the brunt of that chainsaw, and I never got a scratch on me. I knew my leg was cut bad, as hard as that saw hit me while I was running it. And it didn't. It rolled this pocket knife up in my pocket, and I did not get a scratch on me. And I've had this pocket knife now for 35 years, and I will never get rid of this pocket knife. I've had it for a long time, and definitely saved me from a bad situation. Yep. Thank you. Okay, I got one more thing I want to show you. Alright, well, I've showed you my saws, I've showed you the oil gas additive, showed you my bag here with my tools in it, showed you my pocket knife that saved my leg. By the way, I have never been cut by a chainsaw, and I've been running them all my life. Knock on wood. Where's some wood? Good enough. Okay, now here's the weirdest thing I've ever found. I was clearing a piece of property out on the island, and this thing rolled up out of the dirt. I was digging down about 8 inches down, just getting organic material off the property for a new house, and I seen this thing roll out, and kind of scared me there for a second. But then I realized it wasn't nothing. It was dangerous once I seen the hole in the bottom of it. But check this out. A grenade. Absolutely. This is a training grenade. It's got a hole in the bottom of it. Asked a friend of mine about this thing, and he said, yeah, they put an explosive in the bottom of this thing, and so it's the same weight. This is the only part. Didn't find no handle, pin, or nothing with it. This just come rolling up out of the dirt, and yeah, I kind of took a breath when I first seen this thing. Uh-oh. But yeah, that's the weirdest thing I've ever found. One of the weirdest. Hand grenade. Believe that? In the dirt. Alright guys, that's about all I got for today. And maybe if I can catch that possum out here hanging up in his little hammock he's built, I'll take a picture of him. But y'all have a great day, and for all the people in the Bahamas, God bless you, God help you, and I hope plenty of help comes to take you out of there and take good care of you. That's a bad situation over there. So, alright guys, I'll talk to you later.